And we're back, guys. I'm your host, Good Energy, and we have a breaking, developing story. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Aryna Sabalenka hits hard. She scares me. She has announced that she is going to skip the France Olympic Games, and she says no. She needs to focus on just her overall health. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge story because one of the contributors to the channel, Ruby, he mentioned that the Olympics, they're just not all cracked up as what people make them to be. Now, me personally, I've always thought the Olympics were a big deal, right? What professional athlete does not want, even amateur athlete, does not want to represent their country with the opportunity to win gold? Aryna says no. Now, listen, guys, Emma Raducanu also said no. What's going on here, guys? This is huge news. Now, listen, I do think the Russians and all the players from Belarus, I do think that not having their flag displayed kind of make them feel, isolated. It makes them feel a certain way to where possibly, that's the extra reason they possibly need to say, look, no, I don't care. I don't want to do it. Can you imagine winning a medal and not having your flag? I mean, I think that's possibly one of the reasons, but I want to get into another reason, and this is going to get juicy. Let's get juicy, guys. Aryna Sabalenka, her goal was to finish the season at number 1, right? Right now, in the live points, we all know that she's ranked number 3. Iga's number 1 with 11,695 points. Coco's number 2 with 7,988 points. But Aryna Sabalenka's number 3 with 7,700 points. Now, listen, guys, 7,780 to be exact. Listen, maybe she wants her number 2 ranking back, right? Because the Olympics start July 27th and they run through August 4th. What does that mean? That means Coco, the reigning and defending champion at Washington, D.C. I was there, right? I should upload some video of Coco winning the title. I was there. Historic moment. Very magical. Anyone from the United States, that whole D.C. area, it's very, very rich in terms of tennis history, especially when we're talking about the HBCUs, the historic players like Althea Gibson, all the players that, all the HBCUs. I mean, the ATA is the oldest professional organization for African Americans in this country. That DC area, it's very rich with tennis. No one talks about all the pioneers and legends that played tennis in that area, right? To see Coco win that tournament was so historic, so amazing, very fitting for her first 500 title. But listen, guys, Coco's not going to be able to defend her title. She's losing 500 points already. So let's figure this thing out here. Sabalenka's going to skip the Olympics to focus on her health. But will she play DC? Ooh, guys, if she plays DC, she's got a chance to take that number 2 ranking back, gain some ground on Iga. But let's take a look at after DC. We have the back-to-back Masters, right? We have Toronto and the Western and Southern Open. Now, I've said this. I don't think Coco, Iga, these big-time stars that are going to France, I don't think they're going to play in at least one of those 2 tournaments. If Sabalenka wins DC, and let's just say she wins Toronto, she could pick up 1,500 points and find herself right on the heels of Iga Swiatek again. And if she wins the Western and Southern Open, I mean, come on, guys. She's got a chance to be number 1. This is going to get really juicy here because if Sabalenka's skipping the Olympics to focus on her health, but chooses to play these tournaments, then that's very interesting. This is getting juicy here, guys. Now, Emma Raducanu, and take a look at Emma Raducanu. Now, if she plays these 3 tournaments, DC, Toronto, and the Western and Southern Open, as good as she is on hard, she's got a chance to storm back. Look, who knows? She could be inside the top 50. If she wins all 3, top 30 player again. Top 20 player. This is going to be very interesting how this thing plays out. I'm very excited now because this got very interesting. Now, the other aspect is, does she not feel she could win it? Because she's not going to play doubles. We know that. Does she feel Iga's too good on clay? Is that what it's really about? What do you guys think? Comment below. This is a juicy story. Sabalenka says no to the Olympics. Whoa! What's going on here? So who do we have? We have Vika. Vika's got a good chance. She plays well on clay. But me personally, guys, I think it's going to be very tough to beat Iga on clay. All right? And we're talking about Iga, possibly a golden career slam winner, right? She gets the gold medal here. She's already got a French Open title, and she's already got a U.S. Open title. She's just got to win Wimbledon and the Australian Open. And then she's up there with Serena. Now, Serena's the only player to do it in singles and doubles. That's the Golden Career Grand Slam. Very, very historic. She's amazing. And listen, Iga, her mental coach said some beautiful things about Serena. She said Serena's just inspirational. Like her everything is just inspirational. So good words from Iga's mental coach in terms of Serena Williams and what she recently just said. But listen, guys, Sabalenka's not going to the Olympics. If she plays one of these tournaments, do you think it's really about just her picking up rankings versus just... And look, Ruby mentioned a good point. He said the Olympics, it's not what... A lot of people don't really take the Olympics that seriously. I do. I've always thought the opportunity to win a medal for your country is huge. It comes around once every 4 years. In my opinion, I mean, Coco, look what Coco said. She said it's an honor. She said it's like a 5th Grand Slam. And I agree, much like, Miami or the Indian Wells, technically they consider the Indian Wells as the 5th Grand Slam. It's rated the best tournament every year. It's a beautiful place to watch tennis. There's so much to do. It's expensive, but if you go out there, you will have a good time. Coco said the Olympics is like a 5th slam. I agree. I think it's better than winning a slam because you figure a Grand Slam, I mean, if you're a seeded player, a lot of times if you're a 1 or 2 seed, a lot of times you're going to get a pretty easy draw. These are players you've been beating for a long time. But the Olympics comes around once every 4 years. Players are making sure they're in their best shape and condition for the Olympics. The world is watching. They're going to play their hardest and toughest. I feel the competition at the Olympics, it's tougher than what you get at a Grand Slam. That's just my personal opinion because players are playing for their country. They're playing harder. The world is watching. I think the Olympic competition is tougher. Just look at the last 3 medalists, right, at the Japanese games. Look, number 1 was Belinda. No one thought Belinda was going to win that gold medal. Marketa won the silver. No one thought she would even get a medal. And Svitolina won the bronze. The bronze medal match was probably the most interesting of the two, right? Svitolina and Aryna Sabalenka. That was really, in terms of championship caliber, that was really the match that I watched. I watched some of Belinda Marketa. I thought Marketa was probably going to win because she was playing so well. But then again, Belinda's so tough anyway, right? But the Olympics always surprise us. So that's why I'm looking forward to the Olympics. But a lot of scores on the day. A quick rundown. You guys, the race to the finals heating up. Iga, number 1, 7,300 points. Number 2 is Sabalenka, 4,400 points. Rybakina, 4,000 points. Coco, 3,100 points. Polini, 3,000 points. And from there, the other contestants in terms of the race to the finals, none of them have over 3,000 points. Danielle Collins got 2,900 points. Queenwin's got 2,200 points. A big drop from 7th to 8th. And Aryna Sabalenka's got 1,900 points. And Marta Kostyuk, I said she would probably fall out. She's ranked 9th now in terms of the race to the finals with 1,700 points. It's heating up, guys. It's going to get really juicy. Aryna skips the Olympics. What do you guys think? Comment below. Tennis in a minute. We'll be back. I'll get you caught up with all these scores on the day, but I wanted to just let everyone know Sabalenka says no to the Olympics. That's a big story.